So with Jahai Campbell being in the starting role, most definitely being in the starting role this year, what can we expect from him, man? He's not gonna have a whole off season um, with the shoulder injuries, but he will be in camp, training camp. He'll be in those activities. So what can we expect from him, man? I'm thinking had he played the whole season last year, he would probably been rookie of the year. But the Kobe didn't play so well that it forced them to put him on the bench. And then he played some edge too. Like I don't like him at edge, but um, I like him at linebacker. So while we on the topic of linebacker, Josiah Trotter is in the draft this year. I'm not saying go pick the kid up, but yeah, Trotter. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you can go wrong with a Trotter. With Jeremiah Trotter came in, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. came in and he played so well for us last season. Um, just kind of filling in. And then he did that. He played that last game. He looked very comfortable. And it looked like really that Jeremiah Trotter Jr. can really take over a role. But we're not gonna get too far ahead of ourselves. We'll talk about that later. Also, we must find a kicker. I think in this draft, we have to make it our business to find a kicker. Jake Elliott has been less than average the last 3 years, and we're tired of kind of like being scared to kick field goals. So I got a kid, I think out of Florida State. He's a Gator. No, Florida University. So he's a Gator. And he could be a kicker we look for. We bring in as competition. We had Philadelphia Eagles scouts out there watching him kick field goals. So that's a kid to kind of keep your eyes on. Jeffrey Lurie talked about new stadium, and if he would do that, you know what I'm saying, and what the mindset would be if he was trying to get a new stadium, move to a new stadium, or build a new stadium. And we got the video for y'all on here. Not only that, Jeffrey Lurie has went on there to back up Jalen Hurts on these ESPN rants. I mean, when you ain't got no stories out here, man, it's easy to pick on somebody who's not really saying much. So there's a lot of guys who are using Jalen Hurts to get some content, and Jeffrey Lurie not having it. He not having it. A couple of Eagles players not having it. One is Tank Bisbee went off the tweet. So I got that. So we're gonna look at that too. And Stephen A. Smith had some harsh words to say about Jalen Hurts, and we're gonna play those in this video. So let's get it. All right. Jahai Campbell. Jahai Campbell is going to be a full-time starter this season. He played really well last season. I think the only thing that I could say negative about Jahai Campbell is he's got to get stronger so he can get off of blocks and work on coming downhill a little better. We were clearly not that good in the run game when Jahai Campbell was in the game. People would run all the way down the field on us, and you just can't do that in the NFL. So, I see his workouts. He looked like he's working kind of hard. So we'll see what that looked like. Him translating that from camp to mandatory training camp and putting some of that film on put that on the field. Jeremiah Trotter, his brother Jeremiah Trotter Jr., his brother Josiah Jr. Josiah Trotter is going to be coming in the league, and at linebacker, that kind of gives both of those guys a leg up because their dad played at a high level. True enough, the game has changed since he's played. And, you being a downhill linebacker is not as important as you being a sideline to sideline linebacker. And we had that kind of concern from Jeremiah Trotter Jr., and he's far exceeded those concerns. So I don't see no reason why Josiah wouldn't be able to come in and play the same way. They both came out of a really great background. Depending on where he falls in the draft, it could be a good pickup. We already picked up a linebacker from the Ravens, so that position is not void, and we can kind of go get somebody to kind of fill those positions up. To fill those roster spots up. Jake Elliott, his replacement might be in the draft. I know a lot of y'all don't mind this. Me, I like Jake Elliott, I really do. But if you shaking kicks, you can shake them somewhere else. I like you on another team. Don't mess mine up. So we got a guy. I think his last name is Smack. Kind of crazy. It's a cool last name in my opinion. But I'm gonna show you a couple of videos of him kicking field goals at the combine, and we had an Eagle scout there to look at him. So I know if he falls to us at a reasonable pick, we're gonna pick him up. So I'm gonna play the videos.
They tried to get hey Tyler, they tried to get the practice ball off. That's Gator Nation right there. There's an experienced crew right here. They try to get the. Yeah, baby! Smacked it. Smacked it. Here we go. Hey, come out.
Hey, that's like a 50-yard field goal that he was kicking. So yeah, that's a 50-yard field goal. There's a guy kicking 70 yards, but I'll take 50. I'll take 50. 50 seems about right. Like, we was having trouble hitting 40s last season. 40s and 30s we was having trouble with. So I'll take 50 if he can hit them accurately. Tate Bisbee ain't having this Jalen Hurts talk of Stephen A. Smith down in his quarterback. He put up on Twitter, "Leave my mans alone." Does that sound like somebody who's got friction with his teammates? Like, when they coming out, they supposed to be out here training, chilling with their family and stuff like that, and they see that and they feel compelled to respond. Does that sound like people don't like him in the locker room? That don't. You know who else that might be Jalen Hurts' biggest fan? And I said might, but I'm pretty sure that he might. He's Jalen Hurts' biggest fan. Jeffrey Lurie, the owner. The owner had great things to say about Jalen Hurts, and this is what he said.
There's no bigger fan of Jalen than me. Clutch gene, absolutely. The guy, MVP of the Super Bowl 13 months ago, should have been MVP of the Super Bowl right before that against Kansas City the first time. Exceptional and so dedicated. I think you probably know. Spend a lot of time with Jalen, and he's as I do with most quarterbacks, and incredibly dedicated to the game, to winning, and being a huge winner. And I love everything about him. So anyway, those things take over time. We never would discuss it. He's in the middle of a new contract now. Yeah.
So you can't argue with none of the stuff that he said. Clutch, that's Jalen Hurts. Hard worker. Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts, man, and it's crazy that he don't even respond back to people. He just keep winning football games. He just keep winning football games. Jeffrey Lurie also said something about he was asked, what we gonna do with the link? Are we gonna keep the link, upgrade the link? What would the plans be? And he pretty much went on to say this.
What, if anything, can you tell us at all about the team's pursuit of a new stadium?
The lease is up in 2032. There's extensions. It's a long process. When we researched Lincoln Financial Field, it probably took us, 2-3 years of exploratory research. Now our exploratory research is very much on looking at stadiums around the world and domestically. Is there anything we can learn from Nashville and Buffalo? Is there anything we can learn from the renovations in Madrid and Barcelona? It's really important, I think. We want to maximize fan amenities and attract the best possible environment for Philadelphia. And to do that, you've really got to do the exploratory research. Don't rush into it. This is a big decision. Where's the team going to be? So I think it always pays off to take it slow, really understand what's going on in the world of design.
Yeah, I think we should keep the link. I mean, if we upgrade it, I can see that. Don't put no dome on it because people don't like playing now. They don't like how loud it get. They don't like how cold it is, and it's an advantage. Most teams have given up their home field advantage to host the Super Bowl. You got to have a dome to host the Super Bowl. And a lot of people have given up their home field advantage to host the Super Bowl. I don't think we should. That's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think. But I don't think we should give up our home field advantage. So I'm for maybe upgrading and put some more wind sails on it like how you did last time, but I don't see don't move. Keep it how it is. All right, let's get into the Stephen A. Smith talk. I'm going to run the video.
Jalen Hurts has completed 48% of his downfield passes, which is the lowest of his career. If we really, really want to put it where the GOATs can get it and bring it home, there are question marks about his throwing accuracy, ability, presumably from his wide receiver, and to lesser degree from his coach. Because if you got a cat that can fling that football and you're confident in it, why so much the dependency on Saquon Barkley, particularly last year? A.J. Brown said it best early in the season. He said, this ain't last year. We won the Super Bowl. Okay, I got that part. But now it's a new year and other teams are better prepared. They waiting for us. They ready for us. What we doing about that?
I didn't do any numbers. But we know that we ran the most hitch routes. We didn't run a lot of deep plays. You know what I'm saying? We didn't attack deep many times. So when he goes off to go get a stat that we didn't even do much, like we passed probably a little more than we did last year, but he was still more efficient last year than the top quarterbacks that you said is flinging that thing or slinging that thing, whatever he said. So, when you pull up stats, they had way more attempts than Jalen Hurts did. My problem with people comparing these other non-winning quarterbacks to Jalen Hurts is you're adding in stuff like you're adding in they're playing more games or something like that. Jalen Hurts throw that thing maybe 20 times a game, and that's if we shooting it out with somebody. Maybe 20 times a game. These other quarterbacks are throwing it 40 times, 36 times a game, 36 to 40 attempts a game. He got to hit every deep ball, and that's if he's throwing deep balls. For the most part of the season, we've been throwing hitch routes, and he still had a 101.5 passer rating. With as trash as the offense was, these other quarterbacks in which he's talking about who are slinging the ball has competent offensive coordinators to scheme up a plan for them to be successful. We got the guy out of McDonald's to come up with us a plan. It's not the same. Give him the same. We'll see this year. We'll see this year what if he can do everything. We've seen what it looked like with Shane Steichen, but I guess people forgot. I guess they forgot what that looked like. So I think this year is a valid year for you to crunch numbers up. Who's this? Who's that? Every year in which Jalen Hurts has played for this team, no matter how bad the offense have been running, he's always had 2,000-yard receivers. He's always been over 100 passing rate. He's not normally over 10 interceptions. If you look at Josh Allen, he had 11. If you look at Lamar Jackson, he had 9. Jalen Hurts had 6. So I don't get why you wanna put out the numbers that fit your argument. So I don't get it. But that's all I got. Let me know what y'all think. This Jalen Hurts thing, man, it's just one of those things where we ain't got nothing to talk about. And they need something to talk about, something that's going to move the needle. That's all it is. Don't give them what they want, man. They want y'all to tune in. We out. Let's go Birds.